Welcome to episode 188 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
It's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Catch him, aka Mr. Give It To Me. I miss y'all. I always miss y'all. I'm back again. We back again. Hey, how y'all doing?
I am the Aries.
Only known as
the Aries.
And I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. You know, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as KD.
Take that.
Jabroni.
Or if you're smelling. While you're smelling.
What?
Is
it the 90s?
But I lost it.
You smell it later?
Anyways, go ahead and follow us on the IG and the Twitter at Technical File.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you can go over to our website, www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
You're damn right.
Then you can go on mosey on over to the Facebook Technical File Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We also got a Facebook group, Technical File Pod Overtime, where you can join in with the listeners, fans, and the fam. But don't forget to come see our beautiful faces. Along with Dooch. YouTube at Technical File Podcast.
Like I say every week, man, if you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, share it with everyone you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granny, baby mama, baby daddy, your lawyer, your doctor, whoever. Wherever you at right now. You listen to Tech File, put somebody on that's right next to you.
Right.
Don't take long to share. Take less than 30 seconds. We can't grow without y'all, man. So let's continue to grow.
For sure. Shout out to everybody who did the Tech File Challenge last week and dropped their favorite Black bio picks. I need to know what y'all's are. Well, the three of y'all, what are y'all favorites? I commented mine, but I didn't see y'all comments, so I don't know what y'all's are. For the record, I'm between Malcolm X and the Temptations. Okay. I can't really decide between those two. And then what's love got to do with it would be a very close 3.
Yeah.
I'm real partial to 42. I like that a lot.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
That was a great movie.
Mine will be the new edition.
That new edition was excellent.
I still haven't watched all of that.
Yeah, you have.
Excellent.
It's a good watch. Even the Bobby Brown story, just him alone, is a good watch.
I was gonna say, I feel like they should make a black biopic MCU where it's just all interconnected and have the same characters. Had Bobby Brown from New Edition with the Whitney Houston from the Whitney Houston.
They should just make a decade movie or something like that, where it's so it just weaves all the different artists together. You can see when they kick it or when they do certain things and milestones. But you have to have an industry insider person to get that one off who would be willing to tell all the secrets.
Spilling the beans.
Just have all the late 70s shit when everybody was on cocaine. Right. I think mine would be Ali. That was the first one that came to mind.
Yeah, that's a great one. But this week, we doing Black History Facts to go out with a bang?
Mm-hmm.
George me.
Black History Facts.
Let us know.
For sure.
Educate us.
But wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher.
You ain't gonna
Spotify,
Amazon Music.
We're there too.
Pandora.
Yeah, we knew. That's a new one. We there now.
That is new.
Yeah.
We there.
Go ahead, hit that. Put it on shuffle.
iHeartRadio.
Actually, don't put it on shuffle because you might hit that first episode. We gotta get rid of that shit.
Bro.
Himalaya.
Like a player.
Wooshka.
Wooshka.
I was waiting for you, nigga.
You ain't whoosh when he shot.
Exactly. Taking all day to whoosh.
You talking to me?
Yeah, nigga, I was looking at you, so we'd be on one accord.
Dude said, I'm looking at you like y'all ain't on webcams.
Bro, you looking at everybody, motherfucker.
I made eye contact and everything.
You see me staring at you? The screen. You staring at the screen?
Hey, bro, chill out.
The good news.
Yes,
Is there-
sir. Good news.
news.
Shout out to everybody
Good
listening to us on the
news.
good news right now.
What you saying? Was that K?
No.
Sound like the upper room.
They gonna carry me out this month.
And wherever you're listening to this episode right now, while there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review. 5 stars or better. It helps us and we appreciate it.
Oh, for sure. And actually, we have a new review on the show.
Oh,
Hey.
good. We out here.
So shout out. Hold on, let me pull up your name because we appreciate when you take the time out of your day to go and rate us 5 stars because that helps us get found by others.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
X Love XOXOXO.
Okay.
Okay.
Shout out to
And then
you.
kiss.
Shout
All
out.
the love and kisses. She said, or he, I enjoy this pod. They get me through my work day. It's like listening to your friends just talk about sports and what's going on in life. So shout out to you. Thank you for
Shout
rocking
out.
with us.
Appreciate you.
We
Definitely
appreciate it.
appreciate it.
Thank you for keeping that
welcome.
pristine 5-star rating, a 5-star rating. We appreciate that.
5.
Top listening cities from the past week and our international listeners. Got to give them a quick shout out before we get into the sport fact and then talk about what's been happening for the last week. Number 1, again, they came on back. Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, welcome
Hello,
back, Columbus.
Welcome back.
Okay. Number 2, Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, what? I know y'all gonna come back every week. Welcome back.
Appreciate it.
Welcome back.
Number 3, we got Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the hometown.
Y'all don't
Where
get
y'all
no
been at?
words. Y'all-
They get a sad trombone. Wah, wah, wah.
Right.
Number 3, okay. Number 4, we got Oak Creek, Wisconsin.
Okay, Oak Creek.
Hello, neighbor.
Welcome, Oak Creek.
Oh, we got a Wisconsin run here. We got number 5, Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Okay.
K-Town. What's going on?
Who your friend?
What? Number 6, we got New Berlin, Wisconsin.
Oh, New Berlin, your friend. All right.
New Maryland. What's going on?
Number 7, we got Cypress, Texas.
Cyprus.
All right, Texas.
What's going on? Welcome back.
Kind of glad that's the only Texas in the top 10.
Right.
Hate mail.
Number 8 is Racine, Wisconsin.
Ray Silla.
Hello, neighbor.
Welcome back.
Number 9 is Pumpkin Plains, New Jersey.
Pumpkin?
Plains. Okay.
Pumpkin
Plains.
Plains, New
Welcome.
Jersey.
It
Welcome.
sounds like a pleasant place to be. Pumpkin Plains.
Sound
Nice
like
and
we're.
cozy.
That's where Wanda
I was
visit.
gonna say it sound like next door to Wanda and shit.
That's for Vision trying to get to. Number 10, we got Inglewood, California.
Eaglewood, what up?
What's good, Inglewood? So shout out to our top 10 listening cities, and then internationally. Oh, okay. We had 5 different international countries checking in with us last week.
Who
We
got?
got Canada.
Canada, what's going
What's
on?
going
Welcome.
on?
We got the Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, what's
What's up?
going on? Welcome.
We got Belgium.
Belgium, welcome back.
We got Russia.
Russia, welcome back.
It's been a while, Russia.
Been a
Welcome
while.
back.
It's been a while. Welcome back.
And last but not least, we got Vietnam.
Vietnam, welcome.
For
Welcome.
sure.
That's tight. Shout out to everybody who came and rock with us. Keep on coming. Sport fact of the week.
All right. So this week, 5 years ago. Damn. So February 27th, 2016, Steph Curry hits a 32-footer at the buzzer to lift the Warriors to a 121-118 overtime triumph over the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Curry finishes with 46 points, including 12 of 16 from behind the three-point arc. OKC had a 103-101 lead in possession with the shot clock turned off in regulation, but Thunder forward Kevin Durant makes a bad pass with 2 seconds to go, then fouls Golden State's Andre Iguodala, who sinks 2 free throws to force the extra period. So Kevin Durant was playing both sides before he even got to Golden State.
It was a good game too. Like I remember vividly watching that game because that was
Saturday
prime
night prime
time.
time.
Yes, Saturday night basketball games hit differently, especially when they exciting because like everybody be watching.
Mm-hmm.
Like Steph Curry broke my Twitter timeline with that shot. Like it was just letters. Like people were just typing letters. They weren't typing words. just letters because they were so excited. Like it was just like, oh my God, or LGFTBQ exclamation point. Like
that motherfucker broke the bar. Who was that, dude? Like that shit was crazy. I was in Chicago, me and my cousin, and we were just chopping it up. And as the game going on, you just see him, motherfucker came damn near half court, smashed that motherfucker. We was like, holy shit! Oh wow! It was crazy, but it's like that was like the pinnacle of like fandom. Like even if you ain't a fan of the team, you was just a fan of the game, bro. Like that shot was crazy.
It was entertaining. Like it was from beginning to, like it was a great game.
As far as I'm concerned, like that's probably the most noteworthy regular season, non-Christmas, non-Martin Luther King Day, like last day of the season, like because it's just like a regular random ass, mid or I guess late February game, and like it's noteworthy because like everybody remembers that game. Like Tim, you remember where you were at when you were watching it. Like I remember what day of the week it was. Like you couldn't like you couldn't. The randomness of it is just like that's how you know it was a great game.
Yeah,
and they were like two of the best teams at that point.
Mm-hmm. Young teams. Just you saw all the potential. You're like, man,
that was supposed to be the Western Conference Finals, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
But that season?
It was. That's why he left.
That was
it
the
that
3-1
same season though?
Yeah, that was the 3-1 season.
Oh, when they lost 3-1, and then he.
Damn.
Like I said, Kevin Durant was playing both sides before he got there.
Damn, that's a real okie doke, bro. That's an old lady for that ass.
Okay. Double entendre. Don't even ask him how.
Oh, okay. I caught up. All right. Let's get into the topics of the week. Yeah, let's do this though. So, Tiger Woods, we got to start here. He was involved in a serious car accident as we're recording, so Tuesday morning. From what I've been able to gather about this, his car was very, very damaged. They had to use the jaws of life to get him out. At this moment, they are saying that the injuries don't appear to be life-threatening, but he has multiple leg injuries. The police source on the scene initially indicated the possibility of 2 broken legs. So he has undergone surgery. They said that he was conscious. So hopefully he'll be okay. And he was wearing a seatbelt. So
seatbelt saved lives.
That's a tough accident.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sure. It's a tough accident. And there was no evidence of him being impaired in any way at this point. So it sounds like it was just a car accident. A single vehicle.
Push notification. I just got said he had to be extricated through the windshield, which that's how badly damaged the car was that they had to, bust the windshield to get him out.
The engine was somewhere else. Like the engine was away from the body of the car in the photo I saw. So I'm glad that he is alive. I am glad that the injuries don't appear to be life-threatening, and just wishing him healing. Like he just had back surgery too that he's been recovering from. So not sure what that means for him tennis-wise, but like his well-being is more important than golf, but his well-being is more important than sport. So just get well, Tiger.
He has the worst luck with cars because shit, like that was what precipitated his downfall the first time.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I'm glad to see like it's not like it doesn't seem to be anything like what happened that time. Like it's bad luck. Cars are dangerous.
Yeah.
Can be dangerous.
The Philadelphia Eagles, they got Ken's quarterback. They traded Carson Wentz to the Colts for a 2021 third round pick and a conditional 2022 second round pick that could turn into a first rounder as long as Wentz plays at least 75% of the snaps or 70% of the snaps and they get to the playoffs. So if he's good and healthy, it should convey.
If he's mad, they'll make the playoffs. Well, no, I can't say that because they had the fight. They had the fight.
Yeah, but that's because the division was so good.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was gonna say if he played mad, they'll make it, but that's not true. He do have to play good, but I don't see why he wouldn't. Because they still got $50 million in salary cap to play with this offseason.
I didn't realize they had that much.
Yeah, because Phillip Rivers and Jacoby Brissett was $40 million. Just them two. Like, they cashed out both of them. They got $50 million to play with. They need wide receivers. There's hella receivers on the market this year. They need an edge rusher. They can find one or two, maybe.
I mean, if you look at the AFC South, though, they really only got to beat out the Titans. And if they want to get the easiest way in, like, beat the Titans early. I should say a rough conference. The AFC was just a good conference. Yeah. They got to beat the Titans out. And because Texans, I don't have no faith. Jacksonville.
We'll see what they do. They got money too.
Yeah, but they might not. I don't think they're going to be better than the Colts.
No, not immediately, but we'll see.
Yeah, this upcoming season I'm talking about. So, like,
I mean, Urban Meyer already fucked up, so like, I don't have too much faith in Jacksonville. Did we talk about that? Like him hiring the strength kid?
No,
strength coach from
Iowa. Get rid of him.
Yeah, who had a checkered past that they didn't seem to find somehow. But...
we did. I'm pretty
sure. That's why he got fired from the damn team like less than a year ago. Like, I don't know how it. Whatever. Yeah. So again, like, I don't have much faith in Urban Meyer's decision making. If that was like one of his first hirings.
Ken, jokes aside though, when you saw that Wentz was off the board for the Bears, were you concerned at all? Were you just kind of like, oh, okay, whatever, I don't really care?
I'm not gonna say I was concerned, but I wanted to know what direction are we gonna go now. And we still haven't really entertained Cam, and Cam is out here. I don't see why, that should be one of the main focal points, but the Bears, we do what we do, man. And we just Bears just continue to lose every fucking year. Because no one knows. We don't know how to get a fucking quarterback.
Now, when we say that, it's a problem. But
right.
I mean, it's secure that, didn't it?
At this point, I saw somebody making a crack at the Packers, too. They was like talking about how Aaron Rodgers is engaged. Mm-hmm. And they was like, yeah, that's the, that's the only
ring he'll get.
Yeah. Like, because his fiance was saying, I don't really know him as a football player. Like, I know him as, the guy who wants to host Jeopardy. Mm-hmm. And the post I saw was like, I know him as the guy who lost 4 straight NFC championship games. I was like, dang. Like,
motherfuckers just be loose, bro.
Yeah,
can you just congratulate him on getting engaged without...
Nope. You have no breathing room.
To be fair, Paul George got pretty much the same exact jokes. So, he just rinsed and repeat.
Yeah, he did.
But wasn't that a completely different, scandalous, different kind of story?
One could argue that Paul George bore more responsibility in his team losing than Aaron Rodgers did with his team. So,
Aaron Rodgers has a longer history of losing.
Losing because he
gets them
4 straight. That too. But anywho, how do y'all feel about this trade for both sides? Either side? Did you think one side won over the other, or you feel like it's a pretty fair shake?
Just one thing before we move off of Chicago. I think I saw that they hadn't even reached out to Philly about Wentz. Like, they had no interest in him. So I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse. Like, it's not like they were even in running. Like, they were like, no thanks.
Well, who have we reached out to?
Technically, free agency hasn't started yet. So
yeah, no, I'm saying, but every fucking week it's a different. Oh, we're gonna go for this guy. Oh, we're gonna do this guy.
Like, Teddy Bridgewater's available still. Yeah, that's still an upgrade from what y'all got.
Yeah,
ain't a free agent though. So, like, you just gotta wait till.
I thought he just signed. Yeah, I thought he just signed last year.
Like, they're trying to find an upgrade for Teddy B.
But yeah, trade. How y'all feel about it?
I think that it can turn out as a win-win because, again, they got great offensive line, one of the best offensive lines, if not the best. Well, outside of the Packers, but one of the best offensive lines in the league. So he should be able to stand upright as opposed to in Philly when he was getting smacked. So, like I said, they got the money, this free agency. I'm sure they'll probably go after somebody because they got to replace T.Y. Hilton if they don't bring him back. So he'll at least have some weapons to throw too because he still got Michael Pittman over there. And Eric Pascal, I think? Something like that.
He played for the Warriors.
I forgot the wide receiver. They got another wide receiver over there. I'm sorry, but no, I think they'll be good with Wentz at quarterback. And then for the Eagles, they eating $33 million.
Yeah, that's the most dead cap space like in NFL history, if I remember correctly.
But that was about as best they're gonna get, and they still.
Right.
You said what?
I said it's a 2 that can turn into a 1, right?
Right, and then more than likely they'll probably get that 1 because again they got a good line. Unless he's just that injury prone, like he should be able to stick around and be good enough for both them to make the playoffs. So I think it's a win-win because the Eagles will end up with more draft capital and things like that, and they got off of Wentz. If they don't get another quarterback, then they'll show a lot of faith in Jalen Hurts. So we'll see how it goes, but they got other holes they need to fill too.
Pause.
Crazy that he got traded before his extension even kicked in. Like that's how quickly things went bad in Philly. That's crazy. Mm-hmm. Like when I think about it overall, like this is a big L for Philly. Like y'all put a lot of money, y'all invested a lot to get this dude, and your return was 2 picks. Mm-hmm. You gave up like 5 to get him, and then you signed him to an extension.
But they get to restart.
Yeah, and they
they reset the culture at least instill some.
Sometimes you got to take it. Sometimes you got to take an L,
yeah.
And that's what they had to do because they need to move in a new direction, and they just had to eat that one, in my opinion. And I like it for the Colts. So
I like it for Wentz. Like he had his most success under Frank Reich. So it sounds like he was closer to Reich than he was to Peterson, or at least like they were more in sync. So. Mm-hmm. This is probably like the best situation that he could have asked for. So now it's kind of up to him.
Yeah, we'll see if last year was a sign of things to come or if it was a fluke.
They gonna be a problem
for him to do well.
They gonna be a problem because I feel like he gonna really flourish in that system.
I mean, Phillip Rivers carried him like he did decent enough for them to be good, and Phillip's arm was halfway dead. So
and they got a really good running game.
Yeah.
Really good running game. So it's making life a lot easier. Like, the Colts are gonna be a problem. I can see it.
It's gonna be an interesting season.
It definitely is.
Shout out to the Australian Open winners. Novak Djokovic, his 18th title.
Damn.
18th major. He's I remember a couple years ago we had a conversation where Eric asked, like, shouldn't he be mentioned more with Nadal and Federer? Mm-hmm. And now he within 2. Within 2. So
Nadal gonna talk about me. That's what I said on Saturday when I was talking to you about. I'm like, dude, like he gonna make sure that you say my name, bro. Are you wilding?
And of course, we got to shout out Naomi Osaka. She just won her 4th major title, 23.
Congrats,
did y'all watch?
Congrats.
For sure, congrats. Did y'all watch the semifinal match with her and Serena?
I missed it.
No, Ken, did
can
you
we start putting them on different sides of the bracket? Like, I'm tired of meeting in semifinals and quarterfinals. Like, I want finals.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, Serena, her ranking had to go up. She was ranked low. It just happened to fall that way. But it wasn't good for my girl, Serena. It wasn't good for my girl. I was really hoping we would get like a 3-set thriller, like something that would go down in history. And Serena came out strong, but you could tell Naomi was nervous. And Serena could have went up 3-0 in that first set, and she tricked off that third game. And then Naomi just started rolling. She got that confidence back. She said, "Okay, we here, we ready, we good." And watching her play is like watching a young Serena. Like, she is just so powerful. She is ridiculously powerful. And she cleaned Serena up 2 sets.
Mm-hmm. Weird. Like, I've seen them next to each other, and like I've seen them separate, and it's like it seems weird that Naomi is taller than Serena, but she is. Like it's just odd. Like,
yeah.
Like she just seems like small.
Like you would think it'd be the other way around.
Exactly. But yeah, so like
she got some power
to that end, right? Like Naomi is a beast, like, and I mean that in the best possible way. Like she's just like, physically overpowering, and like she has the technical game. So I think, not that this was the passing of the torch, but like the next couple of years are hers.
It may have been
if she wanted. I mean, I'm saying like I think the torch got passed a little while ago. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. This isn't more so a torch passing as like you can see Serena help build this. Like she encouraged girl. Like this isn't like a legacy right here. This isn't unless they're a torch passing, but like Serena and Venus, like they are very, very, very important to the sport. They inspired a lot of little black girls to pick up a tennis racket and play. They made me play for 2 years because I was like, dang, they call it. Let me just go out here and try this out. Like, it's real. It's real. And to see Naomi and how much respect she has for Serena too, like it's dope. It's dope.
But like I've seen the conversation coming out of that match, like, oh, Serena needs to retire. It's like if she's just getting whooped by like the best player in the world, like that's gonna happen. It's not like she's not better than pretty much everybody else. You know what I mean? Like so, like people be quick to throw dirt, huh?
I thought she kind of alluded to it afterwards. Like
she was emotional afterwards,
right? That's what I'm saying.
But I just feel like everybody else like all the time. Right. I feel like everybody else was trying to pile on, like, oh yeah, it's time. Like she needs to go. Like she can't beat. But it's like if there's one person that she can't beat.
Right. If she decides to walk away, it's not because she doesn't think she'll walk away when she thinks she doesn't have it. But she was playing very well in this tournament up until she got against Naomi. So like she still has something in the tank. I don't think it's over for her. Like. You got to play tennis. You never know because Fed went a while without winning and he got another one. And it was just like, you got to just play the game. Do what you got to do. Oh, NBA All-Star rosters.
Did we add in the reserves?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So All-Star reserves were named like an hour ago. So the rosters are starting for the East. We got Kyrie Irving, Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, who's the captain, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Joel Embiid. The reserves are James Harden, Julius Randle, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Zach LaVine, Ben Simmons, and Nikola Vucevic. Do we want to go conference by conference or do everything right and then?
Damn.
They done snubbed my boy, Chris Mid. They done snubbed my boy. Ben Simmons?
Yeah, nah.
Nah. Damn.
Man, I don't know about that one, boss. Julius Randle? I
can see Julius Randle.
I said he had a great season. He has had a great season. He was on my fringe, but over Chris Middleton?
Nah. Ben Simmons stepped up defensively this year, but offensively, the stats are really not there. Middleton definitely should be an all-star. That don't even make sense, honestly.
I mean, wasn't they kind of like wrapping all of this up during our 5-game skid?
Yep. Yeah. So bad timing.
And he's kind of rough. So,
yeah, because Toronto
timing is everything.
Yeah. Toronto was a house of horrors for Chris Middleton.
So.
Other snubs I've seen from the East include Trae Young and Tobias Harris. So
I didn't think Tobias Harris was an all-star as is. I didn't have Trae on my list personally, but no, I felt about. I don't really think Trae's an all-star, so I don't consider that a snub. Only snub is Chris Middleton in the East, in my opinion. And you can argue which one to take off. I would take off Ben Simmons for Chris Middleton, but I think he deserves to be on that team.
One thing that I have seen spring up like on Twitter since the rosters have been named is that I think as fans of individual teams, like we see what our players are doing. It's like all these numbers are usually an automatic all-star berth. But what's happening is that scoring is so far up this season and efficiency is so far up this season that like you really do have to like look at the numbers across the board to see like, oh damn, like this person is like it's like, yeah, Chris is doing, 20 points a game, 50, 40, 90, but like there are like 7 or 8 players in the league that are flirting with 50, 40, 90, if not above it. A bunch of people are averaging like 22 plus, and Chris doesn't have the argument of best team in the East or best record in the league like he has the last 2 years. So I get it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, I mean, Boston is also struggling, but they got 2 all-stars. So yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Congrats to those who did make the team, though. I'm not going to be like, oh, y'all don't deserve, like, y'all could, like, Ben Simmons was on my short list, too, of French all-stars. So congrats to everybody who did make the team. Especially Julius Randle. Especially Julius Randle. And Zach LaVine.
Hey, congrats to Zach for sure. That motherfucker been hooping.
Yeah, his game has really evolved. Like I did not look at Zach LaVine favorably. Like over the course of the show, like, you can go back a couple years and hear me like trashing Zach LaVine. That young man has grown his game beautifully. Like, congrats on that All-Star bid.
And I don't remember if I said it on the show or if it was just a conversation between the four of us. But like, I was definitely like, man, we should probably like. I'm talking myself into Zach LaVine like as being like the piece that the Bucks added over last offseason. And like, I think in a certain, I looked at it as in a certain role. Like, I think he could be, whatever. But like seeing him like actually lead the Bulls and like scoring efficiently. And, I mean, his defense is still trash, but like Jabari
he's trying harder now.
He don't get paid to play defense. And he's doing what he needs to be doing, which is scoring and doing a little bit better job of facilitating. So. Shouts to him.
Looking at his last couple games, it was 21, 38, 30, 37, 30, and 26.
And if he don't do it, they're not going to have a shot to win. So, like, he's doing his job.
So then in the West, the starters are Stephen Curry, Luka Doncic, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, who's the captain, and Nikola Jokic. The bench is Chris Paul, Paul George, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Zion Williamson, and Anthony Davis, who was injured, so they'll have to name a replacement.
I am not mad at the West team at all.
Yeah. They got it.
The biggest snub I've seen from the West is considered to be Devin Booker. But again, it's like who do you take off? Like that's always the thing. It's like if you don't
exactly
somebody's a snub, like who you taking off? And I do think that Chris Paul is more important to the Suns' success than Devin Booker is. So if you can only take one Sun, like I would say Paul. So
because you're not going to take Paul George off.
Nope.
No,
you're not going to take Damian.
Regular season Paul George.
Ken would, but no.
Exactly. Come on, get him up out of here. Get him out.
You ain't going to take Donovan off. You ain't going to take Gobert. Like.
Yeah.
And then
Zion,
you ain't taking Zion.
No.
Like I said, AD would be the only one because he's injured, so he'd probably replace him.
So, I think both go back as injured.
Yeah.
And actually, I think I saw that Kevin Durant's out at least through the All-Star break, so I don't know if he'll be a candidate for injury replacement. But
we'll see. It should be which squad do y'all think is a stronger team?
I do just want to note that it is like the same thing where they're drafting, but for the sake of
they are?
Yeah,
I thought they said they were doing East, so they changed it. They're not just doing East-West no more?
No, at least that was the last thing I saw. But
that's why they have the captains again, because they said they was going to draft again.
Okay. Because the initial reports was like, it's going to be just East versus West. I'm like, why? Like, that don't... Why?
Unless they go...
And they are bringing back the Elam ending, too.
Good, because that was cracking.
That's going to be good, too.
Yeah, it's Team LeBron versus Team Durant.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, in that case, we'll have that conversation.
All-Star draft is March 4th.
Okay.
And then the All-Star game is March 7th.
What's that, next week? Tuesday?
The 4th is next week, Thursday.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. Cam. Cam.
So, all right, so Camille got the clip for Cam Newton, so we'll just listen to it first and then I'll ask a question.
I mean, you could ask your question first, too, so the people who don't know what's about to be asked can think about it as they hear in the video. They can be formulating their opinions. Thinking it over.
That's somebody trying to ban for time, I think.
Well, I guess it may not even be a question, but more so a conversation about these little motherfuckers here so damn disrespectful, my guy. Like, damn near wanted to have to blow the whistle because it's some grown motherfuckers out here defending this little ass too. It was, yeah.
All right, this is the interaction that took place.
You asked him, you're a free agent. You're a free agent, Rick. You're a free agent. You about to be poor. I'm Rick. You about to be poor. I'm Rick. You about to be poor. I'm Rick. You're a free agent. I'm Rick. You're a free agent. I'm Rick. He's a free agent. Where's your dad here? Let me talk to your dad. Let me talk to your dad. Oh, where's your dad? You're a free agent. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. You're a free agent.
So, you get the gist.
Yeah. To set the scene, like this is interaction that happened at Cam Newton's football camp.
It was
right?
No,
Cam's.
it was not Cam's football camp. That was a internet
It's report.
Yeah, they got duped. It was like a Myrtle Beach 7-versus-7 tournament.
Well, either way, it was at a football
camp
environment in which Cam Newton, former league MVP, Heisman Trophy winner, national championship winner, Super Bowl playing quarterback,
millionaire,
multi-millionaire, former highest paid player in NFL history, largest contract in NFL history, Cameron Newton, that guy. He got into it with like a little camper who kept calling him poor and talking about Asian and calling him trash and all the stuff that you heard in the clip. So,
and I guess again it goes back to like the respect shit, because I feel like it's just gone out the window now with this internet era, not just with the kids but with adults too. It's like people just don't give a shit no more. I'm just let it fly because one, you too rich to be hitting me, and two, it's just I don't give a shit because I'm finna get these likes.
Yeah,
like, I think that first point especially is the issue. Like, I'm not, I'm like the least violent person that y'all know, but I think that people recognize that there's a lack of repercussions. It's like, I can say whatever I want because you're not gonna hit me, or like nothing. Like if Cam Newton says the wrong thing and the clip goes viral, like then he, like Cam got to watch what he says, so he can't say anything to really hurt the kid's feelings. So it's kind of like I can say whatever because nothing's gonna happen to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it's like people stop being afraid of getting punched in the mouth for things that come out of their mouth. So again, like it perpetuates like that cycle where it's just like I can say whatever I want.
And Cam ended up posting more about that later because the initial videos were posted kind of saying like Cam tight, like Cam mad, like this kid got Cam out of character. So Cam came out himself and released more footage from like what happened after that, just to be like, it wasn't even like that. Like, no, I wasn't mad. Like I was legit trying to ask him to talk to his dad because I was like, I need to know more about this kid here. Like, what is his actual deal? So I'm going to play a little bit of it. He posted on his Facebook because he was like, it's not as serious as y'all keep making it.
No, ain't no disrespect. If you want some attention, I'm going to give you some attention. The right way, bro. The right way. When do y'all play?
We play tomorrow.
What was y'all record today then?
1-2. No, 2-1.
What did you do? No, I wasn't able to see because y'all was too.
Cameras on me.
All right, bro. What did he do, man? Does he play?
He got speed.
He got speed.
No, he's playing his speed.
Oh.
You going to sleep.
Huh?
You going to sleep.
Nah, you don't act shy. Nah, bro. Don't act shy. I'm going to see. I couldn't see today.
You going to watch YouTube. Oh, you watch YouTube? I know you do.
You can't watch that in the crotch, man. Stop.
What you do?
No, I'm really trying to ask you. Like, I'm trying to see, like, what you.
We do that shit for real, though.
I'm like,
you rep that 215.
205?
215.
215. Okay, cool. Bro, I'm just like, please don't be one-dimensional. Like you said something to me, then I'm really trying to talk to you. I'm not trying to like crack no jokes. I'm just really trying to ask a simple question. I'm sorry. It's your fault why everybody's looking, but I'm really just trying to ask a question. But you never said what you did.
And at that point, the young man's coach comes over and he's kind of like, I guess he caught wind of what was happening and was like, this needs to end right now. Like, this is not a good look. And he kind of and Cam keeps like, it's no disrespect, coach. Like, I'm just trying to talk. Like, I saw. Mm-hmm. And, I
mean, I guess that was the right way because at the end of the day,
that's all he can do.
You want all the attention, we'll go put it on you. What you do? Oh, he fast. That's it.
That's
was that the kid saying like you got YouTube? Like I know you see me.
Yeah, that was the kid saying it. Like you got YouTube, you see me? Like no.
And the internet looked him up.
He thinks that a man that has played in the Super Bowl with 100 million people watching is watching his little YouTube clips. Is that what he's saying? Like you know who I am?
I'm on YouTube.
All right.
I mean, some of them do be having like. There's this one I watched, and he be having like Tyreek Hill on his, and he's met Cam, and they like know who he is when they meet him too. Like it's some of these little football YouTubers. They are pretty popular. They are pretty popular.
But is he one of them?
Right.
No.
No.
I don't know. It's him.
No. No. He ain't one of them.
That's funny.
But Cam handled that really the only way he could have, and respected him for keeping his cool
For
because
sure.
Oh no, I would have been disrespectful right
I was
back.
like, little buddy tried it. He was trying.
Yeah, he would have called me.
They talking about I'm poor, like I'm still rich enough to like.
Like, we from Milwaukee. I will rib you. Like,
Exactly.
don't play with me.
Bring your daddy over so I can rib him too.
The moment he start walking up, broke ass nigga.
I've been throwing them fun coupons like you broke.
So, Danny Ainge, you know, the GM of the Boston Celtics, he went on the sports radio show, the Sports Hub, Tulcher and Rich. Shout out to y'all because you know y'all got this exclusive. And he was discussing this team. He was being pretty honest. Mm-hmm. They asked him what he thinks about his team as it currently is constructed. And, you know, can they win the title? The Celtics, can they bring home the championship? And he responded like, I do not. No, no, they're not good enough to win a championship.
He said, what he said?
He said, I'm a direct quote. Our roster obviously is not good.
Jeez.
I mean, we are a 14-14 team. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's who we are. This team, where we are, 14-14. If there's somebody to blame, this is Danny Ainge to blame. This is not Brad Stevens. It's not Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. It's not like good enough right now. We all know that. And you know we need to get better, end quote. And he said that before they had that meltdown against the Pelicans. So... They were up by 24 in the second half and lost.
That's some wild shit. That's some wild shit.
What's going on in Boston? What's going on with these Celtics?
Not good.
I don't even know, man.
Like, he just told you, they're not good.
I mean, like, think about how much talent they've lost over, like, the last 3 years without replacing them. You know what I mean? Like, Kyrie, Gordon Hayward, Al Horford.
Right, I was in Horford.
What's the kid that went to Terry Rozier?
Yeah, Rozier.
Yeah.
Now he's
scary Terry
in Charlotte. It is scary now.
I mean, like, most of those people just walked, like, without them getting anything back. Like, Terry, at least, like, they could turn into Kemba Walker, but he's been hurt. So, and I think Marcus Smart's been out a lot.
He has.
They don't really have, like, the front court depth like they should. Like,
Teague's been terrible.
Who has? Teague.
Teague.
I mean, like, he's been kind of washed for a couple of years now. So it's like, if you were signing him, expecting him to be the savior, like,
they were.
That was a failure by Danny Ainge. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that they've just, like, there's been a talent drain where 4 or 5 years ago, like, they were set up to just own the future. No,
had a deep squad too.
Right, like, and they had all those draft picks, like, they can make whatever trade they wanted, and he sat on them because he was happy about, like, what they had, and he didn't build up a culture that enticed people to stay. He mismanaged his assets, so like, now they got to try to build that back up. I mean, they do have, like, the 2 foundational pieces, so, like, the hardest part is over. Like, now it's just about, you know, maximizing the roster around them. I don't think he did that coming into this season.
Yeah, he named those 2 like, he named them for a reason. Like, he wanted to be like, just make sure y'all know.
Right.
This ain't on y'all. Y'all my boys. Y'all my stars. Y'all safe here. Y'all safe here.
I mean, it's not for lack of trying for them. They're 2 cornerstone pieces, though. Like, them cats have been hooping. Mm-hmm. It's just, yeah, they need some more help.
Yeah. Yeah. The Minnesota.
I mean, again, like, Kemba is their highest paid player, and he's missed most of the season.
Bad. Yeah. I shouldn't say inconsistent, which I guess if you're not going to give me a baseline every night, then I can't really trust you in a big situation. So I guess you could consider that to be bad. Because being able to give you 36 one day and then he gets you 7, and then you'd be like,
what? Wait a minute.
But each game he's giving up another 25 to 28 on the other side. Like,
yeah. It's like Steve Novak coach told him, like, yo, I don't expect you to play defense that good. Like, I know that. But if your guy scored 2, then you better score 3. Like, you do not get outscored when you were on this court. That's all I ask. So if you can't play defense and you also ain't generating no offense,
Well,
you ain't got no,
out of here.
you ain't got no spot here. The Timberwolves fired their coach, Ryan Saunders, and hired Toronto's assistant, Chris Finch, the same night. That was new.
That was quick.
Guess y'all just out the blue.
Like, I did, boss.
Speed dial.
It's like
You got a job. You want a job? You hired right now. Mm-hmm.
It's
I
like
had no prior
no
conversations to
interview
this.
it's like how you got people signing $100 million contracts at 12:01 after free agency opens up. Like, oh damn, y'all negotiated that big ass contract in 30 seconds.
It was like magic. $100 million at my doorstep.
Like, how
They said, "Sign here, nigga."
Say less.
That was the whole conversation. Didn't review the contract or nothing.
12:01. I was done.
Say
Rich
less.
as a bitch.
Say
Oh
less.
God! Just give me the give me the contract. But yeah, Minnesota's been bad, but
Very bad.
their roster, when healthy, was going to be a stretch, in my opinion, to make the playoffs. And Cat was out. Now Russ is out.
Yeah.
And
That's all right.
I mean, Edwards got highlights.
That's
yeah,
what
that dunk was crazy.
That dunk was ridiculous.
I watched it and I was just kind of like, did my eyes see when I
You damn.
like?
That was very.
Oh man, so he pushed off. No, bro.
No.
He did not push off.
No, he
No, he caught a bot. Like then he fell on him too. Like that made it even more disrespectful. Like it was a great dunk. That's dunk of the year in my opinion. I haven't seen a dunk that got me that excited in a while. Like not even just like over like the last year. And I
Like,
watched
maybe-
Giannis. Like so
I
I
was
see
saying,
some crazy stuff.
Maybe when Giannis jumped over Tim Hardaway, like that's the last
Yes.
noteworthy one. Like,
Yeah. So add that to the highlights. Like shout out to that young man for that one.
and then you got haters on Twitter like, yeah, but he only had 7 points and he missed 13 shots. It's like,
I'm like,
let
it don't matter.
us enjoy the dunk. Like it's a highlight. Like people can enjoy. Basketball is meant to be fun. It's meant to be entertaining.
Buzz Killington's everywhere, dog.
Swear. Like, ain't nobody gonna remember his stat line. They gonna remember the dunk. Like, that's what he is immortalized now in NBA history. Like, that is a dunk that's going to be played forever.
And it's not like anybody saying like because he did that dunk, he is now the greatest. He's the rookie of the year now. And he's the next coming to Michael Jordan. Like it's a dunk, fam. Like just enjoy the highlight.
If anything, he should be in the dunk contest. Say that.
He should, yeah.
Exactly.
In the dunk contest.
That dunk might be worth some money soon.
Oh yeah. We gonna talk about that whatever it's called, hot shot, top drop top,
NBA top shot.
Like
pop lock, whatever it's called.
but back to Minnesota. And like Ryan Saunders, I think he was put into a position where he wasn't ready. But
It was
they fired whoever their previous coach was, and he was the next one up. He was Flip Saunders' son, so the sentimental favorite. But I mean, he's 33 now, I think. Like I could see him, spending some time on somebody else's bench and then coming back in a couple of years as being ready to be a head coach. But yeah, like they just haven't been good, and like they haven't really progressed developmentally wise. Like it's one thing to be bad, but if your young players aren't getting better while you're being bad, like you're not gonna keep your job.
At least develop.
Yeah, but I mean, like he had. I know a lot of people are outraged because him being fired, like the natural successor to be the interim coach would have been David Vanderpool, who's a black coach. He spent a lot of time on Portland's bench. I know CJ and Dame were both on Twitter like this bullshit, like that they went out to find his replacement. And the front office is kind of defending it because their GM spent a lot of time with Finch. I think they were like part of the same G League operation, essentially. So there's like the prior relationship that they kind of built off of, but that's kind of one of the problems where it's like, okay, black people aren't getting these jobs in the front offices. So like black coaches aren't able to make these build these relationships with, they aren't able to leverage their relationships with people that they've come up with because like black people aren't in the hiring positions.
There's that circle that we have, or that league of extraordinary gentlemen that you can just kind of rub elbows with, and voila, there's a front office job. GM, what's your name on it? I called you at 7:01. Yeah, bro. No, it is bullshit. Like I said, it's premeditated because you ain't just having on speed down. That conversation, put your head out thin there, and you probably you've easily had the conversation about the internal hire, but instead, I kind of agree with Dame. Like you decided to go out the way, completely out the way
during the season.
Not with somebody who's already, like you said, has the relationship. Like even if he's not the head coach, you still have some relationship with the players. Out the way to go grab somebody else and bring them in.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'm old enough to remember when Jason Kidd came in and took Larry Drew's job, and people were talking about, "Oh, Jason Kidd, that's messed up. Like you came in and stole somebody's job." Like Ryan Sanders coached a game that day, and they had a new coach before he went to sleep. Like, but I don't hear anybody talking about Chris Finch came in and stole Ryan Sanders' job. Like, it's a double standard.
Did he dirty Mac him?
You dirty Mac him.
Dirty Mac just went into a job. Like, look at him. He can't even win no games. Look at him. Give me a shot.
Y'all know y'all was looking at me anyways when y'all hired him, so you might as well just give me a call back.
He better be the second coming of fucking Eric Spoelstra or Pat Riley. Like, because if you do all this to hire this man and they go 7-24 in their next couple games, like, I don't want to hear nothing.
It's a fact. Speaking of records, though, so y'all know Deion Sanders, prime time, the Hall of Famer, head coach of the Jackson State University football team. He made his coaching debut this past week, and they won 53-0, blowout, big blowout. And, he came to the press conference after the game to do his little spiel, and he was looking a little down. He had some mixed emotions because he said that his personal items were stolen from the coach's office during the game. But the school after that was like, oh, no, actually, they were misplaced, but they were found.
In his office.
And then Deion Sanders went on Twitter and was like, no, they were stolen. Like, like I know for a fact that they were stolen. It was stolen. We caught them. We got the stuff back, but it was stolen.
So the school tried to cover their ass. Like, no. He just misremembered. And he came back and said, fuck you talking about? We caught that motherfucker.
That was one of those situations where I felt like it was the raw emotion because he just saw his stuff was missing. So when you know how Deion Sanders is, he's going to say exactly what he's thinking when he's thinking it. Yeah. Ain't no sugarcoating it or nothing. So he came out and said what he said. And the school was probably like, we got to clean this up a little bit. This does not reflect well on us at all. So they try to clean it up. And instead of him going along with that, he said, I ain't no liar. I told y'all what happened. It got stolen.
But I mean, like, as the head of that football program, as the lead ambassador for that school, like, a part of that role is sometimes you gotta take a bullet for for the program. Like, and then clean it up, like, internally. Like, don't let this shit get out. Like, don't, come out accusing, I'm at this black school and these niggas is stealing from me. Like, that's the wrong message to send after your first game. TV. You know what I mean? And you're Deion Sanders. Like, that's going to get attention. Like, no, it's not right that somebody stole from him. And no, it's not right that the school essentially lied on them. But at the same time, like, you should maybe go to administration before going to the press conference. Like, yeah, niggas stealing from me. Like, it's ways to handle this to make, if you're there to build up the school and build up the program, like, how does this reflect on either one of those institutions? And he called out, like, everybody needs to be better. Security needs to be better. The school need to be better because they stealing from me. Like, come on, man. Like, because
when you hire Deion Sanders, you get Deion Sanders. Like, to me, that's what it boils down to. He don't have that internal, like, you know what I mean? Like, some people have it in them where they're able to mediate and they just kind of know, like, this is what I should say at this moment. Is what I shouldn't say.
This is going to look too far.
Like, Deion going to say what Deion going to want. Like, you hired him. And
that's why I make it, like, that's why I was concerned from the jump. Like, I'm like, they they're gonna be here for a good time, like a long time. Because if this is happening after game one, I don't see, Deion Sanders being at Jackson State for the next 10 years.
I could see some players liking that though. I could see some people being kind of like, okay, like he higher standard. He gonna say what he gonna say, but I respect him. You never know. Deion Sanders has gotten a lot by being Deion Sanders, so I'm gonna just.
He's also gotten in trouble for being Deion Sanders.
That is very, very true.
Lots of it. So
looking at prime prep.
That is. Ooh, yeah. Let's move on. Let's move on from that.
All right. Well, San Diego Padres and shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr. have agreed to a 14-year extension. 14-year. I say that again. 14-year extension.
That is ridiculous, bro.
For $340 million. Tatis Jr. is 22 and made his major league debut in 2019 with San Diego. His 2 years with him, he's batted .301, .374, and .582 with 39 home runs and 98 RBI. Like
14 years.
14 years.
14 years.
That's a whole teenager.
Bro.
It'd be 36.
It's hard to even commit to marriage.
I 2 years going to be grinding by that time. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like you committing 14 years to one player, B? Like
$340 million to go with it.
Question for the baseball guys: like, where the fuck is San Diego getting this money from? Like, they signed Machado. Obviously they gave Tatis this money. I think they just got.
They ain't really been spending money though over the years, though.
They may have had. Did they get new owners? Maybe they've got new owners.
They have to got like some influx of cash from a new owner because they are splurging. Then they bring Blake Snell. He went to San Diego, right?
Yeah, but like San Diego, picked up a lot of like them and the Dodgers.
I was gonna say it seems like an arms race between the Dodgers and Padres.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. But in essence, you could think of it as a discount too.
Wow.
I mean,
because he's spreading it out for so long.
Yeah, it's 14 years for $340. It ain't $34 million a year.
Yeah,
the thing is, like, if he got to like the end of his contract, got through arbitration and all that shit, like, if he hits the open market, like,
yeah, he's undervalued
at 28 or whatever it is, like, he would break the bank then and probably still get 14 for 400 or whatever it is, So like, it is a deal.
It's a huge,
but like, it's showing faith in him too. You know what I mean? Like. Mm-hmm. It's the team like, we expect you to be really good for next.
It's a no trade clause too. I think he has a no trade clause in there too.
It works for both parties. Like he gets the commitment, he gets like his guaranteed payday, and like y'all said, they get him at a lower rate pretty much. It's a deal for both of them.
And it's not a severe underpay like Acuna was in Atlanta. Like this is actually market value, I think, currently, but. For what it could be, I think it's a bit of a deal for the team.
What's the name of that baseball player who gets paid every year?
Bobby
Bonilla. Yeah, he's still going to get paid a year after this contract. Just letting y'all know. He's still going to be getting some paper, okay?
Oh, yeah, you done getting checks. I'm still getting
checks.
That is funny.
Living your best life.
Forever checks.
Man, 25 years? Shoot. What I would do. Okay. I want to play a little game with you guys.
Okay. What you got?
So the list came out of the top 10 teams with the highest TV rating. So the top 10 draws in the NBA. Okay. Can y'all guess the teams in the top 10?
In the NBA?
In the NBA. Top 10 teams.
Go with Knicks and Lakers, just because
Lakers are number 1.
Golden
State. Number 3.
Brooklyn.
You said who?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is 4.
Knicks.
Dallas.
Wait, you said Knicks?
I said Knicks.
No Knicks.
Dallas
is number 8.
Wait, hold on. Time out. This is like local or like national TV ratings?
This is national.
Oh, okay. So that'll be what?
Entire national, yeah.
So who we got so far?
Huh?
Milwaukee on there?
Milwaukee is on there. Milwaukee is number 9.
Okay.
So y'all are missing the 10th ranked team,
Mm-hmm.
the 7th ranked team,
Mm-hmm.
the 6th rank, the 5th, and the 2nd. Number 1 was the Lakers.
Right. Is Portland on there?
Portland. No Portland.
Yeah.
Clippers.
Yeah.
The Clippers.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the Clippers.
Number 2.
Boo.
So LA.
So y'all
is
got
1 and 2.
Lakers 1, Clippers 2, Warriors 3, Nets 4. Number 5, y'all 5 and 6 you haven't guessed yet, or 7. You got 8, which is Dallas. You got 9, which is Milwaukee, and then you're missing
New Orleans.
New Orleans is on there.
Oh,
That is
okay.
correct. They are number 7.
Okay.
Damn.
What about Miami?
Miami is 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
Memphis.
No.
I might have. Now we've been guessing for a while, so I might have said these two, and I didn't hear you. Boston and Philly.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
No, okay.
I won't watch them next.
No, but I can see they do have a big
Boston
market.
was 5, and 76ers were 6. So
Yeah.
the top 10 viewed teams in the league, just to hear that list in its entirety. The Lakers at number 1, 1.5 million average viewership. Clippers at 1.3. Warriors at 1.3. Nets at 1.2. Celtics at 1.2. 76ers at 1.2. I'm rounding up. Pelicans 1.1. Mavericks 1.1. Bucks 1.1. And then the Heat, about a solid 1. So there you have it. Yeah, y'all did pretty good. I did pretty good.
Almost.
The Elimination Chamber was this past weekend. Did y'all watch?
I
I
did.
actually did.
Oh, we got 3 out of 4. Okay, that's not bad. 3 out of 4.
I actually did.
What
Y'all
you think?
enjoying the pay-per-view? Yeah. What you think?
Yeah, I would say I did enjoy it. I think that the
Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah. I was totally thrown off by Miz winning the championship at the end.
That made the pay-per-view for me.
I was just like, damn, what the fuck? Like that's where I was at. I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Because I really like Drew McIntyre. Like,
really?
Yeah, I do. I don't know why.
Nice.
Yeah, I like Drew McIntyre. But yeah, I was kind of disappointed in Sasha and Bay teaming up. Not that I expected them to win. I just expected a better match. I don't know.
I think
the
that
actual
was,
team.
I think that was the best match that Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax had in a while.
Nia Jax finally did hurt somebody.
Nia Jax be like butchering.
Chain it in.
Shit, dog. Like for real. I was like, bro, she could have hurt somebody, dog.
She gotta be careful. I'm like, dog, you gotta be careful around that one.
She wrecked.
You see what Baszler did last night though?
Did somebody get what's the name got her tooth knocked out, right?
Yeah, Asuka, like Baszler kicked Asuka in the face and I heard her front 4 teeth out.
Damn.
I at least saw one like fly out of her mouth. I don't know how. Yeah, I didn't see that.
That's why she was on the ground. That's why she was out the ring for like damn near the whole match.
Wow.
I was watching it. I was like,
And she was trying to kick her in the shoulder, and then like I guess Asuka moved her face like right where her follow through was going.
damn. That's
the frontals.
Not losing teeth.
Yeah. But
Just like if I play professional basketball, football, whatever, like I'm having a mouth guard. I'm not losing my teeth.
yeah. Hazelner, she had one, so she was cool.
Yeah, she always put one in right before.
Smart.
Yikes. And I was just saying that they ain't did nothing with Asuka because I'm like, Asuka they have a whole champ they ain't using, and they throw another champ in tag team title matches. Like, what are y'all doing?
Question too. What happened to Keith Lee? I thought he was supposed to be in the elimination champ.
He got pulled at the last minute, and they said that he was because of an injury.
Oh,
and I thought maybe he had COVID, but then Mia Yim was just on Raw last night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So he
and they had COVID like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's why they got pulled around the Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
So they said that he's injured now, and
damn,
so he got pulled.
That's my dude, man. I want him to.
That's rough.
I thought he would have won the title that night.
The rumor is that he was supposed to win the Rumble.
Oh, for real?
That's the rumor.
I could see that too.
That Keith Lee was supposed to win. It was supposed to be Keith and Bianca.
I would have thought that. That was my hope, but
it didn't. It didn't work out that way.
Yeah.
It didn't work out that way. But overall, the pay-per-view was actually enjoyable, but I didn't go in with high expectations. I wouldn't say go back and watch it, but watching it in real time was an enjoyable experience, if that makes sense.
So like my brother texted me at like 8:30, like Miz about to cash in. And I'm like, wait, they in the show already? So like, do pay-per-views just end at 8:30 now?
They end whenever they want to.
Yeah, because it did end early. I looked at the clock. I was like, damn, they done with this shit?
They end whenever they want to, bro. Sometimes they prolong it, sometimes they don't.
So help me with that. So how they've been building the Miz to win?
So
yeah, Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What was interesting is
whatever.
that same night, he was talking to Bad Bunny backstage because Bad Bunny is there every week. You know, he's the 2007 champion. And Bad Bunny was pretty much like, do you even have a match on this show? Like, I'm a champion. Like, who are you? Is pretty much what Bad Bunny said to him. And Miz was just sitting there with the IA booty face. He was just salty. He was just looking like, dang, like what? So I didn't even think about him cashing in because, I mean, like, he got dunked on by Bad Bunny. Mm-hmm. And then he came out and I was like, oh, shoot. Like, it was a great cash in. Like, it was exciting. It was.
I told Sam, I was like, if you think about it, the Money in the Bank winner technically hasn't won the last two cash-ins. Because Baron Corbin didn't win. His got messed up. And The Miz took it from Otis, who just won the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. So in essence, the two technical winners, the last two, have not done anything with it. So they needed the Money in the Bank winner to cash in again. Because it's been looking like shit.
I mean, but like that kind of keeps the mystique kind of going because it's like it's not just an automatic like, you know, get the championship card. Like you actually got to win a match to
you don't know
to do it. So I think that kind of legitimizes it a little bit more. If anything, like you can't just everybody that gets it win it.
This is second time.
His second time winning the champ.
How was his first run? Because I wasn't watching.
Miz was excellent heel. Excellent heel.
Okay.
So his reign was trash though. Like he feuded with like Jerry Lawler, and then he was the third most important person in his feud with John Cena.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
I like the Miz though. Like he is good at wrestling. He has the personality for it. He cuts great promos. Even when he won the championship and he brought up the angry Miz girl from when he won it before, like I hope all y'all looking like her right now. Like, dang.
But I like to say though, like Miz being champion, like that created the second greatest promo package I've ever seen. Like before his WrestleMania match, like they set it to "Hate Me Now" by Nas. Like go look it up if you haven't seen it. Like that just go.
Which match was it?
It was the WrestleMania match versus Cena. So Miz versus Cena, and then they did like they gave them each their own promo package, like instead of like one big one for the match.
One, yeah.
Yeah. So it was just the Miz, and like they set it to "Hate Me Now."
Okay. But yeah, it should be good. We got Edge and Roman Reigns confirmed for WrestleMania now, so we have our headlining match, and I think that's actually going to be a good match.
It will be. It's gonna be. I was like, hey,
Edge is going. Yes, it is going to be a great build.
Paul Heyman gonna have to get his ghostwriting extraordinaire on, bro, because Edge be cutting some promos. So I'm like, Roman better be in the back spitting them hot balls, bro. I'm like, Paul Heyman gonna be in the back with the pen like a motherfucker. I'm like, the promos gonna be crazy. I'm like, he better, that's gonna be wild. But he also probably was like, damn, Miz just won.
Can I ask y'all a music question real quick? You just said ghostwriter. I just really quick want to ask y'all this. Do y'all care if a rapper has a ghostwriter?
I don't.
Like, does it alter your opinion of that rapper?
No, because you still got to perform and deliver it.
Yeah.
I've thought about that a lot.
That's what matters.
In reference to Drake?
Like, it matters in the sense of, like,
which conversation
how you rank, like, in relation to other rappers. But, like, the enjoyment of the music isn't affected at all. Mm-hmm. Like, it's kind of like wrestling. Like, it's like
Drake's.
To bring it back to wrestling, like it's like you know, like you can be a great wrestler and not be good on the mic, but if you have somebody writing for you, like it don't really matter. Like in the total package of like you being a wrestler, like it matters if you are good on the mic, if you're good in the ring, if you sell merch, if you make ratings. But it's like for my enjoyment of the match, like if you in there and like you can go, like I can enjoy that. Or if you just are only good on the mic, like I can enjoy your promos, like that's still entertaining to me. Like it don't really matter. But again, like when you're ranking people and you're trying to figure out like who's the greatest rapper of all time or who's the best rapper right now or who's better between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, it's like, okay, well, you got to knock him for he don't write his own shit or he doesn't always write his own shit.
Yeah. That's what I would say. Like Drake, when I found out he had the ghostwriter, I was just more like, okay, well, that means I ain't going to be putting him on no greatest lyricist list. Like, if I'm ranking rappers by, like, bars, then I'm going to just drop them. But, like, I still very much enjoy his music. Like, I grew up in the 90s. Like, we grew up with Eazy-E and Dr. Dre and Diddy. Like, none of them niggas wrote their own raps. And we was cool.
Diddy had bars.
They got hits.
You knew when Diddy wrote his own stuff because he said the same thing every time.
And every time, though.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever. But as long as we might as well shine together. Every time.
Together. Business before pleasure. Hey, I'm out here. Man,
Diddy bopping and shit.
But yeah, I just was thinking about that. It don't bother me too much at all either. We talked about Anthony Edwards. Let's talk about Draymond Green.
Yeah, so late in the Charlotte Golden State game, I think it was Sunday night, there was a tie-up. You know, they did a jump ball. And I forget the sequence of events, but essentially, like, Draymond wound up getting a double technical, getting ejected. Charlotte hits both free throws. Mm-hmm. Then they hit a game winner. So Draymond literally cost Golden State the game with his hot ass temper. Like, he was Monica from Love and Basketball. But yeah, he was really apologetic, and he said like his teammates had his back, but he was like, I ain't deserve it. Like I really did cost my team the game. Like, it was gonna be my blood whistle, but I got other fish to fry with that. So that's what we gotta mention.
Yeah.
But like, can you imagine like if you up at the end of the game and somebody gets a double technical and then y'all lose because of that? Like, I guess it's just a regular season game, but shit.
I mean, the L is an L because it's bullshit. No, bro, you already don't like taking the L regardless of when you take the L, and then you got to lose it because it's not on some bullshit that
when
you
feel
caused,
like
self-inflicted.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, that's tough. Don't be the toughest L's when you know you could. Like, that's my fault. I lost that. That's my fault. My bad, y'all. Like, yeah, it's the whole game, but like we were in a position to win, and then I tricked it off. My bad. I apologize.
And I mean, like, that's the Draymond experience, though. Like, you know, his fire and his passion, like, it can burn good or it can burn up. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just kind of the double-edged sword there. Like, you gotta take the good with the bad, and sometimes it costs you. Like, it cost them a championship.
Yeah.
But this is a much more direct. Like, they still had, you know, three opportunities to win that title after he got suspended. But no, he led to them losing this game.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the Washington football team has announced that they intend to keep that name for the 2021 season, but they'll transition to a new permanent nickname in 2022.
Y'all should just keep Washington football team.
I was gonna say that works.
I liked it. Well. It grew on everybody. Everybody's kind of like, you know what?
Hey, we've been saying it for years. We've been saying it for years.
Exactly. Like, y'all need to run next year.
It just rolls off the tongue.
It's different. It's a great team name. Y'all should just keep that rolling. But y'all won't. So I'll enjoy this last year.
There's gonna be something random. The Wildcats.
We'll see, man. They got a website. I think it was like New Name, New Era 2022, and we'll see. I don't know if it's a fan vote or some silent vote or whatever, but it's up now. So
it's a fan vote, but Dan Snyder gonna have his thumb on the scale.
Yep.
Like what was it, Taboo Tuesday when the fans was voting in WWE? Vince was like, no, here's the match. Go ahead, go out there with that ladder.
Yeah, no, y'all didn't vote for this. This is what I want. This is what we have. We got a ladder right here. We ain't got no cage tonight.
So, real quick, it's this thing called NBA Top Shot, right? Mm-hmm. So, NBA Top Shot, long story short, NBA Top Shot is like, you got NBA trading cards. You got the rookie cards, the legendary cards, things like that. But imagine putting that virtually, and then in essence, you're buying packs for moments. So, like we were talking about Anthony Edwards dunk, you can buy these virtual cards via NBA Top Shot, and they only make a certain amount of these moments. So, like Giannis has a moment that they made 1 of 1, and you can trade these cards like actual trading cards online, and you can buy them with cryptocurrency because it's backed by a blockchain company. So, it's interesting how they're incorporating slowly the cryptocurrency into being able to exchange with this, but also it's probably one of the fastest growing companies right now. Like they've exchanged millions and millions and millions of dollars already. Terry Rozier, they was talking about his step back. They had LeBron's dunk for like $400K. Like they're trading virtual moments, gifts in essence. Well, not even just more. It's a moment, and it's wild because now it just moved virtually, and I can see that with somebody who's not interested in NBA, but then somebody who's interested in WWE, they can do that, or somebody's interested in NFL, that play, and then you have to purchase a pack. So it's just like any other trading card. You go in there, you got to purchase a pack, and you get these. So NBA players have slowly been incorporating themselves into this.
It's some that are really into it,
like big into it, and it's crazy how much money is going around through this app, but.
It's like virtual NBA Pokemon cards.
Okay.
And you only have a limited time to actually get the pack. So it's not like the pack is always there for you to buy. You have to be there like it's a sneakers drop to buy the pack to get the moment. And then it's only they have a rarity. So if it's a limited edition, they only made 10 of these moments. You missed out. But whoever got 10 of them, they can go ahead and sell that for $100K, $50K. People cashing out for it. It's wild.
It's going to keep getting more popular, too.
They probably will expand to other sports. And
like it's a hard concept for me to kind of wrap my brain around because like I'm used to like collections being like something tangible. So it's like, what are you doing with like a collection of GIFs? Like,
I
that
said
you
it
can
initially.
literally go and like watch on YouTube.
The actual,
you know what I mean? Like,
true.
I don't get, but like people spend what they want to spend on. Like I have hundreds of pairs of tennis shoes. Like I can't really talk about it.
But I said that as well. I was like, that's stupid. And then at the same time, I was like, well, people do a lot of virtual trading for a lot of shit, just in general. Like people like collecting shit. Like
they
just do. It's a thing. So here's another collection to do. Like, and it has exclusive items immediately that you can actually profit from. Like
you can sell that card later. Like
immediately, and you got the one of one. Yeah, so it's a crazy thing, but
the holographic Charizard, fam. Trying to get that
first edition shit.
First edition holographic Charizard is what you want. The Rockets released Boogie, DeMarcus Cousins. They released him after they guaranteed his salary, and they wanted to make sure that they guaranteed his salary as a good faith gesture because they appreciated his professionalism. They were like, he's been great here. We just want to move in a different direction with our front court. So I like that they did that they made sure he got paid still, and that they also gave him enough time to be able to go and find a new situation in the league.
Where y'all think he going?
I don't know, but apparently LA already said he ain't coming here. So dang, Lakers was quick. Like, no thanks.
Hey, man,
I gotta imagine.
We need to try to get Whiteside.
Whiteside?
Yeah, man, because I feel like he'll fit our system right now.
You need rebounding like that?
Huh?
He's a poor man's Andre Drummond.
No,
I mean, we need someone.
like
AD ain't. We don't got AD right now. We struggle.
So if Andre Drummond did get bought out, would you be interested? He what, 25? No,
maybe like
26.
Not that much.
He might be 28.
Yeah, I think he is 28.
Still under 30.
28. He under 30.
We can make it work.
I mean, I would much rather have Drummond than Whiteside.
Drummond's contract is...
Well, he would have to get bought out. It's not a trade situation.
Right.
It's funny because like the most obvious
27.
The most obvious spot for Boogie would be Brooklyn, but the way that he torched James Harden when he was going out the door, like I don't think that's really a landing spot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They need centers in the worst way, but
yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point. But we'll see what happens with Boogie. I'm glad that, he got his money. He has a chance to find a new team. I don't know where he's going to end up at. I know there were some Bucks fans who were like, we should get Boogie. And I'm like, y'all got a problem with Brook Lopez being out there and being slow. And y'all want to go and get Boogie? Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. And Brook shoots better. Like, what's the point?
Boogie a little mill.
Nah.
Boogie's still slowly coming back, too. Because, I was looking at his stats. And, this past month has been his better month. But
he's had more playing time.
Yeah, He's slowly making his way. But
we'll see.
We'll see.
And the Lakers got rid of Quinn Cook. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, Cam.
Thank you. You up there with a championship last year. Thank you. Thank you for your services. We wish you nothing but the best.
Damn, you gave him the Danny Green.
You gave him the corporate farewell. You wish them the best in their endeavors.
Wish you the best, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, I got 2 roster spots now, though. So y'all probably will be. Y'all probably been.
They've been talking.
They've been talking to somebody. LeBron been talking to somebody.
Oh, you know how we do. You know.
Yeah, we know how y'all get out.
You know how we do.
Just like them
running back. You know,
1201
do whatever we got to do to win this.
Yeah, they've been talking. They've been talking. And the last news story I want to hit on before we go into blow the whistle is an update on Kellen Winslow II, former NFL player. We talked about this on the show when the news initially broke. He was accused of raping a homeless woman and assaulting 2 other women. We said our thoughts on him at that time. He accepted a plea deal. So he'll be in jail for 14 years for raping a homeless woman and assaulting 2 other women. So do with that information what you will.
14 years ain't long enough.
Exactly.
Couldn't agree more.
Fuck him.
Blow the whistle. Speaking of.
All right, now that's enough out of you. You know what? Tee his ass up.
Eric, you want to go first?
You can go first if you want.
All right. I'm going to be short and sweet. Meek Mill. A snippet of a song from Meek leaked. I got bars too. In which he referenced Kobe Bryant in a very, very distasteful way. In that bar, he said, "This B I'm effing always tell me that she love, but she ain't ever showed me. Yeah, and if I ever lack, I'm going out with my chopper. It'd be another Kobe."
That's not even a cold line.
It's not.
Like,
it's
what
not.
the fuck? That line not even cold.
It's trash.
What the fuck, bro?
It's trash. It is trash. The internet went in on Meek. Meek was like, "I don't care what y'all say." And then Vanessa Bryan came out and said, "Dear Meek Mill, I find this line to be extremely insensitive and disrespectful, period. I am not familiar with any of your music, but I believe you can do better than this. If you are a fan, fine. There's a better way to show your admiration for my husband. This lacks respect and tact."
Well said, man.
Vanessa said it. That's all I wanted to get off. Like, Vanessa said it well. It lacks respect and tact. It was not tasteful to say.
Not at all. It's not cold. Like, it'd have been.
It's not.
I don't know. Like how you
clever. Like, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah. And I bet you it was in the studio. Like, yeah, I'm for the killing with this Kobe verse. Like, nigga, that shit garbage, bro. Like, it ain't even the fact that I don't know. That's shit trash.
Big trash. I'll blow the whistle on Meek Mill because that's trash.
Personally, I'm tired of blowing the whistle on people for COVID violations, but this one was egregious. So I don't know if y'all, well, Tim, you probably do, but I don't know if y'all remember Austin Aries. Mm-hmm. He had a cup of coffee with WWE. He's a wrestler.
He's from here.
He's actually from Milwaukee, which is unfortunate. But he took part in a autograph signing session on February 21st. He put out a message beforehand saying, "A message from Austin Aries. If you are coming to the wrestling universe, he will not be wearing a mask for photos, and he urges you all to drop your mask for the photo op and take it off. Come down and say hello from 3 to 5.
Random people, you feel just like, yeah, don't worry about the mask.
Yeah, like, can you imagine, like, catching COVID and dying because you had to get a flick with Austin Aries?
Like, that's what you was on. Like, you was just so...
That's funny. That's wild.
That's wild for real.
Because that motherfucker told you, like, we not wearing masks for this photograph.
I'm like, man, fuck you.
I mean, that's your choice, though. I mean, it's
then I wouldn't go. Choice. Yeah, I wouldn't go then.
That's
But for you to tell people that, knowing what's going on in the world, not just here, in the world.
Sorry, and I want to read off the prices. So the photo op is $25, a signed item is $25, but you can get the combo for $40. But the COVID is free.
COVID thing, you're free $99.
Free $99. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's trash. Lord, what's on you, sir?
Sure.
All right. Let's get into this Tech Top 5 and get on up out of here.
And I'm gone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tech Top 5.
Last week's Tech Top 5 was the best black wrestlers of all time. Tim won that poll. Shout out to you, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Shout out. This week, to end Black History Month, we are just going to do Black Dinner Companions. This is in no ranking order. Like, it's not ranking them 1 through 5. We're just picking 5 historical black figures that we would each like to have dinner with. It's a nice little dinner party. So, Tim, who's at your party?
All right. So the thinking behind my list was that I wanted to have like a nice conversation with some cats who kind of had a hand in each of the industries that I actually like as far as entertainment goes. So it's music, movies, comedy, things like that. But they also, they kind of cut their teeth and they are kind of like leaders of the industry, but at the same time, they seem like the most down to earth as well in that. So what I got is Will Smith for number 1. He's the man of a million stories. So like Will can kind of keep, well, they all probably have stories.
Everybody.
Right. 2, I just watched Tambourine, the extended blackout version, and it was hilarious that the marriage jokes hit harder. Now that you married shit.
He was married when he did Tambourine.
I know, but I never watched it. That was the first time I seen it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it was. So I'm like, I thought you said. I'm like, nah, I ain't never. I've always started it and like never really got into it. I never really. Yeah. So this was the first time I actually watched it and shit like that. And I was just like,
I saw him perform that set live. That's when we were in Minnesota. I went to see Chris Rock perform that Tambourine set. He's one of my favorite stand-up comedians of all time. Like, Chris Rock is in my top 5.
Yeah, and then Dave Chappelle, of course, because motherfucker's a genius. But I've seen different things about Dave that a lot of people who have been able to like just kind of kick it with him said that he's just like genuinely down to earth type shit. And so I'm like, plus the motherfucker's hilarious. Also got Dwayne Johnson, who's the action star, movie star, plus wrestling. Like he has again hella stories to tell. And lastly, I got Timbaland because he is my favorite producer in music, and
you just want to meet him.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Yeah, so the thought process behind my dinner is sports and black activism.
Okay.
Combines 2 of my favorites. But I would just be interested to see, like, combine the generations, and see, not combine, but like have them talk about, like doing it today when athletes have a bigger platform, but they also have much more to lose versus, guys from like the civil rights era, which are, they're legends in their own right, but not even in their own right. Like they're just legends flat out. But at the same time, like it was a different calculation back then versus now in both ways. Like it was, the situation was a lot more dire then. But at the same time, like they also weren't risking like $100 million contracts to stand up. So, and then I got one wild card, but y'all get that at the end. So I got Colin Kaepernick and LeBron James from this generation. Then from the previous generation, I got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and John Carlos. If I can sneak Tommy Smith in, that could be a slash. But I feel like John Carlos.
The whole dinner?
He can have my seat. I'll stand up.
Would it?
No, it's a
joke. It's a joke. Damn. I said if I can sneak him in. Y'all taking it too literally. Damn.
You tried to sneak him in.
John Carlos, just because he's much more like he's been much more active, I feel like, Tommy Smith kind of just fucking left off.
Niggas lapping up at Eric dinner.
So,
Niggas lapping up at your dinner.
hey, I mean, the fifth person can be on my lap because it's Rihanna, and that's just because I want to have dinner with her.
Oh yeah, I'll come soon.
So dinner,
just to
go
sorry.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was just going to run it back because we talked through it, but Kaepernick, LeBron, Kareem, John Carlos, and Rihanna.
So for mine, I wanted to try to combine a lot of different things into one, kind of like what Tim mentioned, just kind of interest. So it's really hard to pick just five. Like there are a lot of people I would love to have a conversation with, and you just can't have them all. So my five, I got Jay-Z. He is, y'all know, my favorite rapper of all time. And the moves that he was able to make with where he started as this drug dealer who had a certain worldview to where he is now as somebody who's kind of been like, I made a lot of mistakes. Okay. And I've learned from a few of them and how he keeps building his different businesses. And then just the way his mind works. Like he is just so fascinating to me. I love watching Jay like rap and think musically. So he has to be at my dinner for sure.
I just want to interject. According to Black Twitter, a meal with Jay-Z is worth more than like $1 million. So, good have you seen those? Have y'all seen those conversations where like, would you pay?
And I would always take the money.
Right, like
you always take the. Jay would tell you that at the dinner. Like you would sit down and he'd be like, "Why you should have
took the money."
That's the game I'm gonna give you. Take the money.
Right.
I also have Issa Rae at my dinner because I just admire her so much because she is uniquely her in every space. And that is strongness in a different way. Like that's courage to like not code switch, not change up who you are. Like she is just this awkward Black chick who likes what she likes and she's just that all the time. And I respect that. Also her creative mind, how she was able to take her internet show to HBO, like a transition, and now she's producing. She's in everything now. Love to talk to her about that. Then I had to bring my boy Malcolm X in, one of my favorite historical figures, especially after watching the Fred Hampton movie this past weekend. It just made me get mad about all the other Black leaders that we've lost. So definitely got to have Malcolm X. And it was just the anniversary of his assassination. So he's always heavier on my heart around that time of the year. Like, so he definitely has to be on there. Plus, he has such a wit to him that, like, although people might remember him more so for, like, his speeches and how raw he could be, like, dude was funny. Like, he also has a pretty checkered past that he's not ashamed about. Like, just, like, Jay-Z and Malcolm X being able to chop it up about what they used to do back in New York. Like, that would be super interesting to talk about. And then hear how both of them have evolved as well. I also have Maya Angelou on my list because another one where it's like, what she's been through and the way that she has that gift with words, like everything she said always felt like advice or sage wisdom that I should be carrying on. So like definitely need her at my table. And then also Dave Chappelle, as been said, he's a legend. I would have an argument that he might be the greatest stand-up comedian to ever do it. He's in the argument. So definitely want to sit and chop it up with Dave Chappelle as well. So my dinner is Jay-Z, Issa Rae, Malcolm X, Maya Angelou, and Dave Chappelle.
Okay, so for my list, I basically wanted to be shocked. I wanted to be informed.
You say shocked?
Laugh, and then I also wanted to be motivated. So those are the reasons why I chose that I chose.
Shocked, informed, and motivated.
Motivated.
So at 5, I have O.J. Simpson.
Here this thing goes. That's a shot and motivation.
Because I want him. I was like, bro, right now, we should have smoked. Give me every detail how you did it.
What?
You know what? Like you just inspired. Like I want to see O.J. Simpson on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson.
No stories, bro. That'd be lit. So
that wouldn't be the greatest podcast of all time.
That really would.
That might be wild.
No, that'd be amazing.
No, it wouldn't.
That'd be must watch. Like you wouldn't tune into that.
No, I would. I would watch the YouTube video and listen to the podcast. I would like. They would get my views a few different ways. Like
exactly. That'd be lit.
You're right.
I feel like the whole thing would just be like that gif of like Diddy and the black dude just staring at each other. Like,
you should have seen that shit live. That shit was hilarious. That shit was funny.
But yeah, shock factor. O.J. Simpson. Another. To be informed, Malcolm X. He has so much wisdom. Mm-hmm. Just how he carried himself and everything. And then just think about OJ telling Malcolm X like how he just took a white woman. Like
I don't think he would go to your dinner and be telling people that though.
Shit is crazy. Like just think about that. Like that's great. Malcolm X mouth will drop. Like yeah, you gotta be kidding me. But all right. Now I'm gonna clean it up so we can get a little more wholesome. I'm have Obama.
You can't have Obama in there with OJ.
Obama bring everybody back. Like yo, hey, all right, chill out. Let's get back wholesome. Dave Chappelle, of course, because he gonna have hella jokes. So I'm being there, bitch, rolling the entire time. And then Kobe, man, Kobe was the master motivator. So motivate us to continue doing what we're doing. And I know how I feel about Kobe. So
don't motivate OJ to keep doing what he was doing.
Hey, he stabbed a nigga too.
Hey, stabbing and robbing.
He tried to do a rebrand. He tried to do a rebrand.
He. Hey, Twitter world.
He's just on Twitter living his life now.
I haven't seen his tweets in a while. Actually, I think I unfollowed him on principle. Like I can't keep engaging this.
He be on there.
He's too charismatic. That's the problem with OJ. Like he's
again. That's why we gotta get him on hotboxing.
Yeah, he really do. He literally be like, "Yo, I'm OJ Simpson." Like he knew he was the juice. He had the juice, bro.
I would go to all these parties actually.
Yeah, it'll be lit.
I would go to all these. The OJ one, I would probably like not want to be in the room, but like
you not white, he ain't gonna do you.
You know what?
You good. You good to go.
Good thing it's at the end of the show. People probably they ain't the lawyers don't listen this far into the show. But no, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. That sums up this week's show.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had something to say, sir.
No.
Who?
I thought Aries was going to say something. Okay.
Oh, no, I was just going to say OJ wrote a book called If I Did It, so he can't really sue us for insinuating.
The book never came out, though.
Hypothetically,
he wrote it. It ain't published.
He did that interview. That interview was still one of the scariest things I've ever seen before in my life.
His laughter was the scariest thing about it.
He kept flipping. Like, it would be,
If I did do it.
I can tell you what I would have did.
I didn't do it, but if I would have, I would have did it like this.
Here's a detail only someone would know who was there, but I didn't do it. If I did, I would have known that. If I did, I would have known that. I was in court for a long time. I heard so many details. Anywho, that's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed. Reminder, download the Good News Sports app if you haven't already. Join in, listen live on Tuesdays, interact with us. We appreciate y'all. Thank you to everybody who's downloading, sharing, rating, reviewing. We need all that love. Free ways to support the pod. It helps us grow so much. Reviews, every time y'all share, even if y'all just tweet about us, make us, whatever y'all do. When y'all bring up Tech File and someone new sees it, it goes a long way. We appreciate y'all for that.
Mm-hmm. We do.
If you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On the Twitter at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
your mom is fancy.
Thank you, good sir.
At Bucksburner on Twitter.
That's all you get.
Yeah, damn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. KHarris216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Ketchum, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. So long, farewell. Go ahead and watch that Beauty and the Beast. Shit off.
No, go watch WandaVision.
Yeah, definitely watch WandaVision. Yeah.
Oh, I got to hear that song again. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bye, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.